Hello friends, today we are going to describe a program which prints the pattern in this manner, that is 1 star and followed by 3 stars in the second line and then 5 stars in the third line and so on. But we have printed this sort of pattern in a left justified manner in some previous videos, but in this video we are going to describe this pattern in a center justified manner, that is the pattern will be printed in a center justified manner. So, the first star will be printed in the centermost position, then followed by 3 stars in this way and then 5 stars in this way and so on and so forth. So, let us get started with the explanation of the program. So, we now take 3 variables as we have done in the previous videos for this pattern printing processes. Int n for the number of rows, I is the outer loop variable, j is the inner loop variable, and we take a fourth variable which is called space. For the sake of simplicity, I have named this variable as space. You can take any x, y or z, but this space means that we have to take care of some leading spaces over here. So, let us see where are the spaces. See, if we just calculate, we just write this program in this manner. See, there are 2 blanks, 2 spaces in the first line, there is 1 space in the second line, there are no spaces in the third line because the user has specified about n is equal to 3. So, in this way the program prints the stars in a center justified pattern. So, this space takes care of these blanks to be printed before the star is going to be printed. So, I have taken the variable name as space in order to make you understand the concept of spaces. So, this is the fourth variable to be taken into consideration. Now, enter the number of rows, scan a %d ampersand n. The user gives the number of rows as the number of rows, which is the limit of the program. Now, we see that space is being initialized to a value which is n minus 1. See, what is the concept behind it? See, if the this pattern is corresponding to the program where n is equal to 3. So, for n is equal to 3, we are going to print 2 blanks in the first line. So, we will start with printing 2 spaces in the first line. So, 2 spaces means 3 minus 1. In this way, if this program was like that, n is equal to 4 or something like that, then we would have printed 3 blanks in the first line, followed by 2 blanks in the second line, followed by 1 blank in the third line, and followed by no blanks or 0 blank in the fourth line. So, in this way we have to start with the number of blanks which is 1 less than the number of rows specified by the user at the beginning of the program as an input. So, I have initialized this space value as n minus 1, that is the user specifies n as the limit and we just subtract 1 from it to put n minus 1 into space. So, now come to the next portion, that is the outer loop section. I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus, quite simple. I is controlled by the limit, that is the number of rows n. Now, we come to this inner loop section. For j is equal to 1, j less than equal to space. So, there is an interesting twist in this program in this position, that we are seeing that there are 2 consecutive inner loops inside this outer loop. First inner loop will take care of the blanks to be printed, and the second inner loop will take care of the stars to be printed or the patterns which are going to be printed, whether it is @ or any other alphanumeric character from the keyboard. So, we come to this first inner loop to take care of the blanks or the spaces. So, let us see, j is equal to 1, j less than equal to space and j plus plus printf 1 blank. So, this blank will be going to be printed at the beginning. Now, after that we come to this star section. J is equal to 1, j less than equal to 2 star I minus 1, that formula which is very much known to you, because I have used this formula in a previous video to print a left justified star pattern in this way, like this, or any other pattern was, I think I have used the @ symbol over there, that doesn't matter. So in this manner I have printed 3 stars in the second line, 5 stars in the third line, and so on. So it is quite similar to that concept, that is 1 star in the first line, 3 stars in the second line, 5 stars in the third line, and so on. So in order to take care of that situation, we use this formula. We have used this formula before, 2 star I minus 1, and we are using the formula in this program as well. So this j is equal to 1, j less than equal to 2, j less than equal to 2 star I minus 1, then printf star, and this \t, the tab escape sequence. Then we come out of this inner loop, and in the next line of the outer I loop, we decrement the value of space by unity. We decrement the value of space by unity, that is, we decrement the value of space by 1. So we have written space minus minus, then we are going to print the new line by this statement printf new line, and then we come to the end of this outer loop section, and we are left with only 2 lines now, that is return 0. There is a positive space, as you can see, friends. So please excuse me for that. I have written this return 0 after this brace. So let us understand that this return 0 is after this brace, and then the closing brace after this return 0, the closing brace of the main section of the program. So now let us just see by performing a dry run to see how this program logic goes on. So let us take this situation, let n is equal to 2, then space will be initialized to how much? Space will be initialized to 1. So our program will, the iteration part of the program will start from here, and this I is equal to 1, I less than n, that is I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 2, perfect. We come to this portion, j is equal to 1. So we get j is equal to 1, j less than equal to space. Let us see what is the value of space. Space value is 1, so it is fairly okay. We come to the next line and print a blank now. See, suppose we are going to print a blank over here. Now we increment j. J becomes 2, which is definitely not less than equal to 1. Condition is not satisfied. We go to the next inner loop, that is the for j is equal to 1, j less than equal to 2 star I minus 1 loop, which will take care of the stars to be printed. And now see, j is equal to 1. Once again we initialize j is equal to 1, which is definitely less than 2 star 1 minus 1. Let me see whether it is like that. I value is 1, so 2 star I minus 1 means I value is 1, so 2 star 1 minus 1 is 1, 2 ones are 2, minus 1 1, so 1 is less than equal to 1, we print the star beside this blank. Now we increment this j to 2, let us see, it is not less than equal to 2, condition is not satisfied, we go out of the inner for loop. Now we come to this line, space is decremented by unity, space was 1 before, now space becomes 0. Now printf new line, the control passes to the next line, the cursor passes on to the next line and blinks over there to print the next line of output. Now see, for I is equal to, I will be now incremented, I will be now 2, and this 2 is definitely less than equal to 2. We enter the outer loop, we print, we come to this inner loop, j is equal to 1, j less than equal to space, j is equal to 1, which is less than equal to space. Let us see whether it is less than equal to space. Space is now 0. 1 is definitely not less than equal to 0. The condition is now false at the first instance. So we don't enter this outer loop. We don't enter this inner loop, beg your pardon, and we come to the next inner loop, that is j is equal to 1, the star printing loop. Now j is equal to 1 once again, less than equal to 2 star I minus 1 means 2 into 2 minus 1, 2 into 2 minus 1, that is 3. So 1 is less than equal to 3, we are going to print 1 star over here. J will be incremented to 2, less than equal to 3, again 1 star will be printed over here. J is equal to 3, less than equal to 3, again 1 star will be printed over here. Then j is equal to 4, which is definitely not less than equal to 3. Condition is not satisfied. We go out of this inner loop, come to the next line, space becomes -1 from 0. Space becomes -1 from 0 by the execution of this space minus line. Then we come to the new line, the cursor comes to the new line, blinks over here, and we increment the I once again. I becomes 3, which is not less than equal to 2. So this condition is not satisfied. We come out of the outer for loop, go to the return 0 and come to the last portion of the main section. So we have printed this pattern. See, let's see to match whether we have printed the perfect pattern or the expected pattern. See, if the user specifies n is equal to 2, we are going to print this much. So 1 star and followed by 3 stars. So in this case, we don't require to have this section. So we require only this bit. 1 blank followed by star, then followed by no blank, followed by 3 stars. So this pattern was the expected pattern. This pattern is the desired pattern, and we have got it exactly in the way as we have expected. So this program is perfectly okay and ready to be run onto the computer system. And if you have any doubts or queries relating to this program, you can well post your comments or doubts in the comment section below so that I can address them. Thanks.